We got the real deal right here, guys.
Demonologist studies anything that's classified as a demon.
Door's shaking.
This is unexplainable.
Put a chair in front of the mirror and just sit there in the dark. We had this one face in particular that kept coming through.
I just started losing my vision.
Yeah, like a little black.
Weird experience, never done it before, but it was interesting, to say the least.
Are you draining the energy from I'm listening. Communicate with that.
What the hell?
Was that the hellhound?
At some point tonight, you will see a dog.
Yeah?
100%.
Holy You see that? Yeah, the lock's moving.
Yo, I just lost my balance. I'm feeling really nauseous for some reason, like a vertigo feeling. That's the mansion? It's a legit castle, like a chateau. That is huge.
I'm gonna start with like.
Wow. That is crazy, guys.
There's just one caretaker lives on the top floor.
Yeah, I can see the light.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
The entrance looks amazing.
This looks like it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
Steve,
Nice to meet
I
you.
can see the camera, that's about it. At some point tonight, you will see a dog.
Yeah?
100%. That'll be guarantee you. You'll catch either the smell of a dog or the back.
And you've never been here before?
Never been here before.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
yeah, how do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We know that, well, we've never met, but there is.
So you're the demonologist joining us for the whole night tonight.
Oh, cultologist, demonologist.
We got the real deal right here, guys. The real
You know
deal.
how we do it!
10 years worth of experience traveling around the world, studying everywhere.
That's awesome, man.
So if we had to tell someone what a demonologist is, can you tell us what a demonologist
A
actually
demonologist
is?
studies anything that's classified as a demon. So when it comes to the Christian, Judaism faiths, it's what they class as, let's put it straightforward, the bad guys. These so-called bad guys are actually old gods from old religions. For example, Baal, Pazuzu, for example. Everyone's heard of Pazuzu. Ghostbusters, all that sort of stuff. Pazuzu is not actually a demon. He is a god from the Sumerian beliefs. Sumerian being one of the oldest religions in the world. Don't want to offend anyone that's Christian. This is just history.
100% educational. That's all.
This is just educational. This is how Christianity went about it during like what we class as the Dark Ages, where they took old religious gods, be it paganism, the Greek gods, all this lot, turned them into demons. So it was classed as devil worship, so more people follow Christian faith.
Okay.
Right.
So that's pretty much what demonology is. It is studying them old gods / demons with that belief.
So you're technically not a devil worshipper.
No.
Right. And it was just like today's society made it seem like it was devil worshipping.
Because of Hollywood, as you guys know in America, Hollywood is brilliant for the films, the Conjuring films, all this sort of stuff. Demons are thrown out there as being this all evil thing. It's not.
Correct.
Right. It's just Hollywood has hyped it up. You think we've had thousands of years of being told that demons are bad.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up with, for sure.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's good demons?
Basically, when you look back in Sumerian beliefs, so going back with the demonology and the cultology side, you had things what they called with the undug. This was the first sort of written down mention of demons. They were neither good nor bad. Same as people. We're neither good nor bad.
Right. We're just people.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was as it went.
Right.
This is how it folded.
Okay.
So that kind of explains the baseline of what demonology is.
So do you believe in these religions then?
There's 4,800 plus religions in the world. I don't believe in heaven and hell because it was created after a certain section of when Christianity came about. Because when Christianity first started, they believed in reincarnation.
Yeah.
It was only after it converted from Emperor Constantine, when he changed the religion of Rome from what it was into Christianity. He then changed it with that.
Right.
He created heaven and hell. The best example of this is what they found in a Roman text is if you don't pay your taxes, you're going to hell. God will watch you, God will judge you and send you to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
People are scared, pay the taxes, don't want to go to hell.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The whole image of hell that we see today was created by an artist called Dante.
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
That was the creation
that
of the
story.
7 layers of hell, and that was how it all came about.
Okay.
Wow. So what are you going to do for us today that you know that we don't know?
I'm probably going to wake everything up that's here.
All right. All right. That's good, right?
Yeah,
I'd hear that.
that's good. That's
I'm
what we're
gonna
looking
show-
for.
I did clear this up before I come down with one of my guys because I belong to an old religious order. I'm going to teach you guys how to change the energy and pick up on
Whoa.
negative energy and
yes.
positive energy.
Awesome.
I appreciate
I
that.
kept that for a little secret. Didn't want to say anything to you earlier.
This is gonna be an
Yeah,
interesting
this
night.
is good. This is good.
Why do you think demons exist in the first place? Like, why are they here?
You're looking at a higher level being outside. You think the human range of eyesight, we can see bugger all.
Yeah.
We can hear bugger all. Yet the scale of audio, sound, and visual light extends way beyond what people can see. Look at a dog, for example. A dog can see well out of our range and hear well out of our range.
True.
That's why
Yeah.
we've got the full spectrum camera.
Full
Yeah.
spectrum camera, prime example.
Yeah.
Shows you way beyond our range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just that their energy is just so like on another vibration that like
Yeah.
it's just beyond
Best
our
it,
comprehension?
begs example,
Right.
I always got told, and I got told this by a friend of mine who lives in Dulce, New Mexico, on the Native American reservations. You can feel the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually seen the wind?
No.
No.
All right. So as we get into this mansion, really quick though, really quick, because we could be here all day. What's your social media? What's your site so everyone can view you?
This is where I've got a plug, and I haven't got my missus here. So I just want to shout out to my missus because we get married at the end of the year.
Okay.
Oh, congratulations.
So yeah, November the 5th we're getting married, so I'm going to throw that out there.
Oh, wow.
You can find me on The Other Dimension on Facebook. We do a podcast every Friday night,
sick.
English time, 7 till 8 on a Friday night. So yeah, we do our main show on there, and then every other week, Thursday, she does a show on different forms of divination. On Sunday's show, I teach people cultology over Facebook. So we start with the basics of understanding cultology, history, and science.
You heard the man. Check him out. Links in the description down below. I cannot believe we're gonna be filming this. So you see that light over there? There's actually a caretaker that lives in there, but he's gonna leave us alone. Wow, cannot wait. Hey, what's up? Good, good.
Well, welcome to Woodchester Mansion.
Thank you.
One of the most haunted buildings in the UK. But yeah, the biggest mystery is why is the mansion unfinished? This isn't the original building on the site. I mean, people keep asking me why is this building haunted, and I say basically you've got to look at the history of the land. I mean, the history that we've got goes back to the 1400s.
Okay.
The land the mansion's built on used to be a hunting park, so you'd have royalty, anybody who quite high up in the England at the time would have come hunting, and it was a well-worked land, well stocked with animals, and all sorts of people would have been up to no good during that time period. It was crown owned, and it was handed over to the Huntley family, who held the hunting lodge here right the way through the 1500s, and that passed over to the Lord Mayor of London, Sir Robert Ducey, in the 1700s, and he actually built a Georgian manor house on the site that Woodchester Mansion sits. So we think a lot of the activity actually comes from what went on prior to Woodchester Mansion.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like the Conjuring House. It's the
Yeah,
land,
it's
not
the land, not the
necessarily
house.
place.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Devil worshippers used to use the site, particularly the chapel area. This is the chapel. It's unconsecrated. The priest who was due to come and consecrate this area actually died from a heart attack en route to the mansion. So it's never been consecrated. So devil worshippers used to use this area to perform satanic rituals.
This would be a good spot to do
The
a
crazy part is
investigation.
that, like you said, it's not consecrated ground.
Yeah,
Which
so it's
means
never
that
been
there's
like saved
nothing
or
that can
done.
protect this
There is no
place.
Yeah.
protection here.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I did an investigation here one night about 12 years ago.
He's walking off.
Following
What's he
day,
doing now?
Keeps talking
There
to
was
himself.
all the light appeared here on the
I
floor.
think he's doing incantations. I saw him go up to a door, touch it, and he started saying something in a different language.
Interesting. Vanishing.
Now you believe in ghosts now.
Oh God, yeah. After 15 years looking after this building, but back then I was sceptical.
Yeah.
So I brought the team back the following week. We set everything up exactly as it was because I was confused as to the light on the floor. Could it have been torchlight coming through the window from one of the group?
Right.
But it couldn't have been because the light on the floor was probably this big in diameter. And to get a torch to do that, you'd have to be stood in camera shot. There was no way that light could have come from anything else. And
Wow.
And the hooded figure that formed and then walked across, just unexplainable. But to follow on from that, only 5 years ago, I was working with another TV company we had some celebrities in the building. And again, in this area, a figure walked across that doorway there from down the corridor. Now that night, the whole corridor was locked off. Nobody could come down or go up. And we were in this area. There was nobody walked through. And the figure walked past this doorway. We come out to see where he'd gone. And there was nobody in here. Onto the outside of the building. There's no way out. And just vanished. So quite an active area. This is the main corridor which leads down to the chapel from the rear entrance of the building. The first paranormal activity I experienced down here was I'd gone out for a cigarette, but there's about 3 of us out there. When we come back in, we got to this corridor here, and as we were about to turn the corner to go walk down towards the chapel, a stone came out, bounced on the floor, and hit that back wall.
So someone threw a stone at you.
I thought it was a caretaker just because we had a caretaker at the time called Andy, who was a practical joker. So I ran down, saying, "Come on, Andy, where are you?" Absolute silence. Went up to his flat. He wasn't even in the building. I actually tried to throw a stone from that end to hit that wall.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You cannot get a stone from there. But the force that came out of that corridor, people talked about a stone throw. As I said, I was a skeptic. I thought, well, it's an old building. You're going to hear stones falling. But to see a stone come horizontally, hit the wall with the force it did, it had to be thrown. But there was nobody there to throw it.
Wow, that's extremely interesting. Yeah.
So you've got poltergeist activity, basically. Another cigarette break. It's always on cigarette breaks. We tend to get the.
I think they all want
Perhaps
cigarettes.
they
It
want a
triggers
cigarette.
them. Yeah, it's a trigger object.
We were at the back. The door was open, and we were just having a quick cigarette. This padlock started doing this. Not swaying in a breeze like that, but actually rattling up and down. It was only when we turned to come in towards to see what was going on that it then stopped, and then it was just swaying. One of the other phenomena that we get here is this back door will slam shut on its own. So we believe that it's the maid who comes in and slams this door.
Wow.
And we have had a name given over the years by various mediums. The
What's
name
her
is
name?
Moira. But again, we've done experiments on breeze. We've had a table here with polystyrene cups to see which way the air's blowing, and you will have the wind coming through and blowing the cups that way. So you would think that would be keeping the wind keeping the door open. But all of a sudden, you'll just get this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's just a few of the stories. We've only just walked in. We've got several areas to explore. Okay, so this is the oldest part of Woodchester Mansion. This is the original floor from the previous building, Spring Park. So this stone that was stood on has been down here since the early 1700s. So if you're into the phenomenon of stone tape theory, where the fabric of a building can absorb energies, and then we're here today and we can get replace that energy, whether that be a ghost or noises, then this you would expect to be the part of Woodchester Mansion where you would capture that phenomenon. The phenomenon I've experienced, I come in one night on my own just to set a room up, and as I was walking through this door and coming out, directly behind me I heard. Nothing could have caused it. It wasn't a stone falling down or anything. It was a definite stamp of a foot. I turned around, but I was on my own in the building. When I host small groups down here, our safe room tonight is we're using the big drawing room.
Yeah.
When I host very small groups, I use this room, which is the mansion tea room. Very often I'm sat in there on my own throughout an evening, and I will hear the footsteps and assume it's one of the group, but very often I'll come out just to check, and there's nobody out here. The group are in the other part of the building, or they're upstairs. Wow. But whoever's making these footsteps. But the weirdest one we had a group one night who put recording equipment all the way up this corridor, and they were stood in this area, just calling out, and the girl at the front suddenly screamed. She'd seen what she described as a hunched over figure coming at her like this, growling. What was interesting with that, as she screamed, there was mass hysteria. The whole group screamed and legged it out of the building. When they come back in about 20 minutes later after they calmed down, they collected up the audio equipment, and you can actually hear what the girl heard. It was picked up on the audio, this demonic growl as this figure rushed towards her. So it's quite a scary moment for that group of people in the building that night. Spring Park was bought by William Lee. His wealth come from Liverpool. He'd moved down into the area. They were devout Catholics. We know that this building wasn't going to be his main home. He commissioned Woodchester Mansion, all the designs by the famous French architect Pugin, so it's very Gothic in design. The Lee family were living on the opposite side of the valley in a house called Scar Cottage. Woodchester Mansion, the building work here started in 1850, and it took 20 years to get to this unfinished state. During that time, the Lee family home had been extended 16 times. That was their main home. So this was some other project. We know he was a Freemason. So this could have been used as a grand lodge for Freemasons, quite an exotic one, quite a large one. We know they're devout Catholics, so another school of thought it was going to be a place for Catholic worship. The thing about the Catholic worship is, why would he do this when he'd already had the Catholic church built in the village of Woodchester? Why would he need two places to worship? So I personally think this was going to be a grand lodge for Freemasons, the secret society. Yeah. And that's backed up by the fact that a secret tunnel has been found out the back of the building. It's all closed in now, but it was brick built, and it went right the way through the woods, and it's believed that would have come out an entrance from the Woodchester Priory. Wow. So we've got a secret access into the building as well.
Whoa. Can you take us to that secret tunnel?
We can't go down the tunnel. It's too dangerous now.
It's unstable now.
It's too unstable.
What about just the entrance to sea?
It's all been blocked over to stop anybody trying to go down there for health and safety reasons. But
I mean, this place is massive.
I'm going with you too, man.
Can I ask what made you look that way? Because I look the same way.
Someone been stood around that corner.
Bro, see.
There's also someone down this corner here.
You can actually see them, or what? Feel their presence?
You pick them up. Distortions. You know, when you look down a road, you see heat distortion.
Yeah.
Same thing. Energy distortion.
Interesting. Now, is that like something you're born with, or something you can learn?
Something you can learn.
Are you gonna teach us today?
Yeah.
Bro, I want this bathtub. Look at where the water would come out.
that window is the site of the first ever ghost sighting at Woodchester Mansion.
Really?
First documented ghost sighting.
Jeez.
And he knew it.
And he's never been here. This is our first time
He's
here.
never been here before. Just so you all know.
Because if you stand where I'm stood, you'll feel a bit of a distortion in there.
There's a distortion.
And he knew that.
I didn't even know this place existed until
Well, that's the main entrance we came from.
Yeah, there could be two reasons for what. So their bodies were stored in the building. The ones that I know of are the girls and the builder who's said to have fallen to his death from the top floor.
Right, okay.
Do you remember when we were here talking about?
What was that?
That was the other group.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I think it was a rent pod.
Oh.
It is weird. Whilst I was waiting for you when you were out, just walking out, there were noises going on in the building. So I think they're expecting you tonight.
Yeah, the ghosts, right? Wait, so how many people died here tonight, you think? If you had a guess on the land, how many people died on the land?
Was there a lot of people that died in here?
Oh God, on the actual land, I don't know.
More than 100?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I honestly don't know. Because
it's a bunch of different times.
Because when you go back to 1400, there's very little documented evidence, but people down here, there's just local stories about people who've been killed. We know about the girl who's been killed. We know about the builder who's been killed, and the airmen on the lake. But how many have died that haven't been reported, we don't know. But there are children that run the building. I've seen 2 of them as apparitions. In my time being here as a skeptic, I've seen 5 apparitions.
Right.
All right, so this is the 2nd floor corridor.
Through this archway here, we don't know if it was an accident or whether the builder was pushed. A builder was killed by actually falling from this arched doorway. Up there, the old workman's boot, which is supposed to... He was here for 13 years. His girlfriend spent one night in the building, and she said she was pinned to the bed. That was in the caretaker's flat, and she didn't stay here after that. And it was only after he left as caretaker of the mansion and moved out of the building they actually got married. So she would not marry him or stay in the building after that night she spent in there. She was petrified.
We're now entering the basement.
The mansion is home to a rare species of bats. It's the lesser horseshoe, which are studied and protected in the UK. During the winter, we've got a specially made bat cave outside, which the majority of the bats hibernate in. 2 or 3 of them still choose to hibernate in the cellars, and you can see one here.
It's a maze down here, guys.
Just tucked in the corner there.
That's a bat.
And one above your head.
Yeah, there's another one right
over
there.
Oh, that's cool though.
So you've got bats down here as well. Just adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it? But these, cellars are, they can be crazy active. Stones being thrown, and if we come into the main room down the end, which we call the vaulted room. The last use of this room was it was a storage room for the ammunitions when the Americans and Canadians were down here. All their ammunitions for training were stored in this room. The energy in this room that's generally been picked up on is very dark. It's been called elemental energy. So it's basically a black mass that manifests into whatever you're scared of. So it feeds on your fears. The experiences I've had with that, we've actually been investigating here, and we've had a team member sat on these stairs, and as they've been calling out, their voices got quieter, and you look across, and even though it's dark, it is actually pitch dark. It goes pitch dark over there, and then the blackness suddenly seems to lift. One night we had the moon coming in, we've got window lights, so we've got ground level up here, so when the moon's over the opposite side of the valley, you do get a square of light on the floor as the moon shines through. We actually called out and said, if you're in the room, can you make the moonlight disappear? And like a light switch, there was no moonlight on the floor. Can you move away? And then the moonlight was back on the floor again. So there was something intelligent there, but it wasn't what you would call a ghost or a spirit. It was nothing. It was just this blackness, but it seemed to have some sort of intelligence. So it was a very, very odd sort of feeling. We've also had stones thrown quite a lot by we don't know who, but people do pick up on a dwarf type figure down within these cellars, and also a dog that roams the corridor outside. So we've had people who've picked up growling on EVP experiments from what they assume is a dog out in the corridor, but there isn't a dog here. When I bring groups down here, and people will say, oh look, we've got this great mirror, we can do some scrying. So we set up, we had a couple of candles on the floor, put a chair in front of the mirror and just sit there in the dark and stare at the reflection. This face sort of manifests over yours or whoever's sitting there, and you can put a sitter in front of the mirror and stand around the back and watch their face change. We had this one face in particular that kept coming through, and it was such a blatant, non-common thing to visualize. I experimented with the different groups that visit the mansion. I say, do me a favor, and I'd grab some volunteers over a period of weeks and say, just sit in front of that mirror and tell me what face you see. And they would all come back in and tell me this disfiguration with this image that they were all seeing. For a skeptic mind, I mean, people sitting in front of a mirror, you can describe normal faces, but with this disfiguration that kept coming through,
Didn't look human.
there's a bit more to it. There is something going on there, and this mirror is great for that. I mean, that's been in the building we don't know how long. It was an artefact that was left. So whether that was the Lee family brought it in, but it's been here for...
It could have been used for rituals from like previous people.
Well, with the satanic rituals that were going on, they could very well have come in and used it for something more demonic. So we don't know what it was used for, but
Okay.
yeah, you could get some really interesting experiences out of that tonight.
So we just got set up. We're just unloading here. I guess this room is our base. We're gonna leave our equipment here, and it's nice because it's actually heated. I was kind of worried that we wouldn't have heat at all, but at least this room, if we are cold, we can just come here. I'm really excited about this place. It looks amazing.
Chris, thank you so much for the tour. Is there anything else you want to tell us before we go?
I've told you a handful of the main stories. There's lots of stories, but I don't want to waste any more of your time. The building's active.
Right.
I've given you the areas where you know that you're going to encounter some activity, hopefully. I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to get all the lights off for you and wish you luck.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Have a good night.
Thanks, Chris.
Guys, this
Thanks
is
a
big.
lot, Chris.
This is big.
Well, this is far beyond what we've ever done before. We have a demonologist who is going to wake this place up
He's opening a portal.
and summon a demon.
Yeah.
This has never been done before.
I don't know if
We've
not
never
in
done
here
this.
for us. I don't know. I've never done it.
First time ever on YouTube, I think.
Hold on, are you not nervous?
No, it's great. It was a paranormal investigator. I mean, bring it on. I mean,
Really?
I want more activity. So yeah, if he can add to the activity down here, I'm up for that.
Ben says he has to go. He has work in like 5 hours, and it's a 2-hour drive back to London. So he's saying he just has to leave. But hopefully he's gonna help us out still with the pentagram thing. Ben just went down in the cellar to confront a dark energy.
So what's known as the electrical discharge in the room? There's an electrical energy field everywhere. If you guys put one hand on the ground, you'll feel the floor vibrating slightly.
Whoa. What is that? Do you feel that?
This is what we're going to increase in this all this here, but I've put the baseline.
And you felt it?
Yeah, I think it.
Oh yeah, I felt it in my fingertips too.
It was like a...
You actually did?
Yeah, like
As a skeptic.
electricity kind of.
You felt it?
I think exactly what it felt like. It feels like when you can land on your arm and it just starts going back to your hand and like your fingers.
Yeah.
Do us a favour and touch that door. Feel anything yet?
The door's vibrating.
Yeah.
The door's vibrating.
Come and feel it. Come and feel it. Honestly.
The energy. Get the out.
Ready?
Who's behind it? It feels like someone's going behind it.
There's someone behind it. It's this thing.
Oh, what the?
It's shaking.
Yeah, bro, I feel
The
like
door's
Bro,
shaking.
it took my breath away. Whoa.
Yeah. The door's shaking.
This is
This is
unexplainable.
insane. This is no joke right now. His energy is shaking the whole door.
Stopped.
Yeah.
Stopped walking in.
Don't find out.
Who's there? Well, there's a crystal.
That crystal, I was one of the last people in here. There was no crystal there.
There's
Got
no
it on
crystal?
video.
So wait, you're saying that randomly just popped out over there?
Where did I put it last?
The mirror.
You guys can check the cameras. But it was there.
Yeah, I remember.
It was in the mirror.
I walked in, I was one of the last people to walk in here.
Damn, that's nuts, man.
I'm still impressed that you felt it and you're the skeptic.
I am the skeptic, yeah, and I felt the door
You
move.
felt it?
Yeah. coming out of red light now, guys. What an unbelievable experience. Now, Ben, you have to go, right?
Yeah, I've got to get to work. Oh, I've got work in the morning.
Dang, bro.
So this energy that's in the cellar, will it roam?
Not now.
It will stay in that area.
So did you just lock it in there?
That's what that door was about. Even you, I'm dead impressed that I managed to change it.
I felt it. And there's no explanation for that. The door was literally vibrating. What else could cause that? That's what I look for, the unexplained.
So what'd you do down there for the viewers? Like, if you had to tell them what you did.
Basically create what's known sort of loosely as an energy field. You know, in Hollywood, like you see like Star Wars, for example, where they put a shield up.
Yeah.
Similar thing. Sort of just put an energy shield up in that room or stop it from coming out. And me and a friend of mine are working on theory with ground bases that, you know, since we've gone up to like 4G, 5G and that lot, it requires more energy.
Okay.
So it's putting more energy out into places so that spirits are seeming to pick up more on this energy. This is where you see more activity nowadays.
That's a cool idea. That's different.
Yo, you think as a group we're putting out so much energy and that's why we're getting so much activity on this trip?
We had a theory about
400 kilowatts. As we stand here, say 400 kilowatts of energy.
Yeah.
400.
So the ghost feed off that is what, yeah.
You could run a car just off 4 of us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's been a theory we've been talking about for a long time.
That didn't sound good.
That sounded like a growler.
I don't like it.
I heard that too, bro. He's chasing something. Did it just run?
That was a hound.
You heard it.
Said it was a hound.
Yeah, I know.
That's what the heck?
But you heard it too with him.
I did. It was a growl.
You heard it too.
I did.
When he was doing the vibration stuff. Like,
oh my God.
That was the most incredible thing.
I've never felt anything like that before.
Yeah. I mean, even Dan felt it. And then you seen the door. Dan had put his hand against the door.
Yeah, I saw the door vibrating.
Before we even got there. And then we put our hands on the door. There was so much going through my arm. Sometimes it would shake.
And you know what? I was trying to hold it. I was trying to like really keep it steady. And I still felt the vibration.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it again.
Thanks so much, man.
I wasn't quite doing a handshake.
All right, take care.
All right, see you later.
And he's off.
So this is mirror scrying, and what you're doing is you're looking into the realm of a mirror. So in a lot of religions and beliefs, a mirror is almost a portal to another dimension.
Right.
Okay, so when you're staring at yourself in that mirror, sometimes the person looking back at you isn't you.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're manifesting something. So as you're looking into that mirror, some say that you could be manifesting it yourself, depending on if you've got any kind of abilities. Most of the time, the manifestation takes place by whatever else it is. You know, so a spirit, you're opening yourself up.
Okay.
So the spirit then manifests itself. You could start to appear like old, like maybe different ethnicity, and in some circumstances, which I've experienced, an animal.
An animal. But like, why this mirror? Like,
It's any mirror.
any mirror?
Yeah, but this mirror is just massive, so it's good.
So all we're gonna do right now is just go to the mirror, set a camera down there, record our reactions until we see something in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Guess that's what we're gonna do next, guys. All right, guys. So we're gonna use red light for this. Probably using my light panel. I think I have the best red light here. All right, we're setting up right now. We're gonna use my camera, pointing at the mirror. But look at this. Dan's music box has been going off, and that's the same direction where the elemental is supposed to be in. We also have the REM pod right here. So that's gonna be recording this angle. All right, really quick, we got everything set up. Even got the candles. This will help with what? The reflection? Why did you set up candles, Dan?
It's just basically so it's not really bright, and we can get some kind of small ambient light.
Gotcha. Okay.
So lock eyes with my eyes. That shit tripped me out. I just started losing my vision.
Yeah, like I go black.
Yeah, like the skin disappear.
Did that corner of my eye see something on top of the statue move as well, behind the head?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some weird shit.
Alright. Just trying to sit down. I'll open it. I'll do this once. But it is really freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be shorter though, because it trips you out.
It's very trippy, dude.
I can see your face changing.
Yeah, mine too. For some reason I was bad, like sad, like frown, and my eyes black, my right one.
Don't say anything else until we do that time.
So I'll go next. Go from there. Definitely more tricky though. I'm gonna show you everything. I haven't moved at all. Oh. Okay. That's strange. Oh. I didn't blink at all. Yes, I can blink now. What was that? I'm walking. Yours look way different from the rest.
Yeah. Yours looks like the mirror's hollow. The one. I can actually stare into a glass window. And then you see like a shop window.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we just sat down together. That was really weird experience, never done it before, but it was interesting to say the least. Let's start with Dan.
Okay. So, for Steve, I didn't really see much. His eyes went wider, and it almost like his brow lifted. And that was about it. There wasn't really much else for Steve. I'll go with Josh. Josh started to look older, looked like his hair was a bit further up his head, a longer forehead, and almost like he had face paint like towards his side. I also started to look like I had face paint, or like white face paint. My eyes went close together, almost like Neanderthal man, like an ape almost, right? It was a really weird look. But Seth, you were the weirdest. You looked older. Your facial expressions changed completely, and it looked like you had shorter hair.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll just go next then. So for Seth, I straight up said it even in the mirror. I was like, Seth looks way different. You, dude, you looked like an I wouldn't say an animal, but you were turning into like a werewolf almost. It was really weird, yeah. But you had a smirk. You were always like you were smiling. It was actually kind of evil, I'll be honest.
Really?
And you had short hair though. You had short hair.
Damn.
And for Steve, he looked kind of like Steve, the same, except a little slightly older, nothing different. Dan, your whole face was just melting for me. And for me, I only had half my face melting. It was this half, and my eye was black, like it was like blacked out eye, and I had like a frown, and that was what I got out of mine.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll go next. So for me, I guess for Dan, like, you kind of looked older. Definitely like got like a lot older. I think your beard was even longer, and as I kept staring and focusing, you just went into the darkness and went black. You were just gone. With Josh, your face was like blank. It was just like white and pixelated, and I couldn't even see your face no more. It was just like an oval with nothing on it.
All right.
And then after that, when I kept focusing, you just also went into the darkness, where I couldn't even see you anymore. Seth, I think, yeah, it was the same experience between those two. Like, for me, you looked like an alien. Like, I don't know why. I saw like a UFO, like with the big eyes. Like,
Sick.
yeah, you look like an alien, and I wouldn't say evil or anything, but after a while, you also went into the darkness, and you were just gone.
Interesting.
For me, yeah, I didn't see much. I looked the same, and eventually, I went into the darkness as well. I was just gone.
So everyone went black.
Everyone went black, yeah, towards the end.
Just
Yeah.
all dark. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, for me, when Dan went, you said something that I didn't say when I was talking to the camera. His beard getting longer.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed his beard getting longer.
Right?
It was so weird. And the creepiest thing was that for some reason you started like maniacally smiling.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was saying for you. You were just grinning, like.
And at one point, I actually thought you were looking at me. I was like, "Oh fuck, that's creepy."
Wait, actually, I forgot to say that, but it also looked like your eyes moved and started
Yes.
looking at me as well. Were you just
Okay.
looking straight on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were looking at me at one
One
point.
time I moved my eyes and that was just to look up the
Adjust.
stairs.
Oh.
No, because I saw a shadow on the stairs.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
And then when Josh went, I mean, you just started looking so like depressed. and
I
sad.
always, dude, that's not the second time I heard that.
And I don't really know what else. I mean, I didn't notice like you getting older or anything, but yeah, you definitely looked like your entire facial expression just changed.
Like, was I frowning or was
No,
just?
that's
I
what he
just
said.
looked
It's just the thing that happened when I stared at him. It looked like his mouth started going.
That's how mine.
Clown.
That's literally how mine looks, bro. Every time I do it.
But then it was like on the side of his face. It was like face paint. It almost looked like a clown.
That's different.
Yeah. And then Steve, you straight up like turned into a Caucasian man.
Like a Caucasian man.
Yeah, like you turned from Filipino to white.
I mean, I didn't say it, but when his eyes went his eyes went wide like that, and then his forehead went up.
Yeah.
It looked more Caucasian.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's
Huh.
all I can remember. And then for me, what was really weird was like I could see my facial expression changing, but what I noticed was I thought I turned into a woman, and the woman I saw was my mom.
Oh, huh. That's different.
Does your mom kind of look like you?
We do look alike, and she has short hair. Her hair is buzzed.
Oh.
And
I mean,
she's
you
older.
look like short hair to me.
My mom's in her 50s.
Yeah, he definitely had short hair.
So I don't know. That's really interesting that you guys say that, but yeah, that's what I saw.
That was very interesting. That was a cool experiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's cool because we all kind of saw the same.
Or
some
kind
of
of.
the same things.
Sometimes.
But also, yeah, we also have like different themes between
Yeah.
each other
Yeah.
that kind of match what we said about each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Dan getting older.
Yeah.
the
It was
beard.
we all had different but similar things, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Dang. So what should we head to the chapel for the satanic meetups that always happen there apparently back in the day?
Yes. Yes, because we heard voices as we're sitting down there.
Yeah.
We heard like barking.
Yeah, we heard a dog
And
bark.
what else?
Oh yeah, that one's apparently out and stuff too.
Yeah, this This thing is weird because it hasn't even gone off when we were doing the mirror thing. Throughout like our trip, almost every day would go off and keep going for like a minute. For those thinking that it's like not real and fake, it has to be legit.
I think so.
Yeah, because this hasn't gone off at all.
100%. That's why I believe in the music box.
Yeah, we were here for like 30 minutes. All right, we're going to the chapel. If there's anyone that want to come with us, Elemental, free to come up and follow us. Oh yeah, don't leave Dan. We all stick together. Ben was running from the Hellhound.
Yeah. This
Down this hallway.
Oh shit! And he heard the hellhound through the chapel.
Yeah. I think it's over here.
One of the most iconic mansions I've ever seen. All stone, the entire thing.
Here we are. So we just put the REM pod and it's going off like crazy already.
Can you step away from the REM pod?
Are you still there? It like ran away from the music box, almost.
That's pretty cool. REM pods are so rare to go off. If it goes off, it's insane.
What the hell?
Was that the hellhound?
It sounded like a howl.
It sounded like a howl.
The hellhound. And it sounded like it came from outside. It's footsteps.
It was down the hall.
It sounded like from this.
It's a place.
It sounded from the left.
There's obviously nobody down here, right?
No one's here.
I mean, we're not gonna just all of a sudden.
This is the mirror room where we were just at. We went full circle. Alright, so we're gonna place that REM pod and another REM pod. Probably by like what, the entrance?
Yeah. Or I could do the spirit. Put the sound one here.
Oh yeah, I think that's better. Where can this go?
Oh, good. We have all the corners covered.
Alright everyone, this is a cool angle because you can see pretty much everything we've set. Music box in that entrance, 2 REM pods, one over there by that entrance, one right here in the middle, and we've got another one right over there, the other entrance. There's just a room where I've been saying they've done satanic rituals here, a bunch of people that were in the Freemasons, and different cults or religions. A lot of things happened here.
Who is here worshiping the devil? Do you like to do satanic rituals here in this chapel?
Are you a Freemason?
Is that you making those noises?
I won't put that back. Alright, here we go. Yes! We had a clear yes that they did satanic rituals.
Rituals, yeah.
Do you want us to stay here?
No way.
That's not the plan.
So alright, that's fine.
Hi, my name is Dan. If any of you around the building can hear me, you're welcome to come and join us. We mean you no harm at all. If you have a story you would like to tell us, or if you need help, please come over.
Hi, my name's Josh. I'm from the United States of America. I came to this mansion to learn about it and to learn about the people that are still here, including yourself. I'm in the chapel right now if you want to talk to me. We're going to perform a ritual. Come join.
Hi, my name is Seth. I'm also from the United States of America. I've definitely felt a lot of presences here tonight. If you're here and you want to communicate with us in any way, please come into the chapel or feel free to follow us around the building. We mean you no harm and we're only here to learn your story and communicate.
Hi, my name is Steve. I'm actually from the UK. I'm a Satanist. I'm here to perform rituals. Kindly join me. Would love to get to know you. Of course, that was false, guys. I just want to maybe get it to come in here, thinking that like I'm part of the same group as them. Never know. Bro. Yo! Red pod, there's something here.
Dude, that's really hard to go off.
Yo!
Oh, shit. We're getting legit. Oh my.
What does green mean?
It's
It
moving
just
away from
walked. It walked past it. Blue means it was really, close. And green means it walked away.
So it goes green, yellow, blue, purple, red.
All right, so we just made it back to where a lady fell. Right over here. We're gonna do a little investigation for it.
Both of my stuff are going
What the hell? That's not calibration?
No, this one doesn't calibrate.
Whoa, that's wild. It's going crazy right now. And you know what? That's where the lady was standing
Yeah.
when she fell.
Move away from the spirit box, please.
Oh.
It did.
It did for a second.
quick
If you can move away properly so it turns off, please. Oh, look at that, it's just gone off.
Oh.
A bit more, please.
Dude, this is going off too. Hang on.
Look, it's gone off.
All right, setting up my REM pod now, right behind us. I feel like a music box should be down this way. Is there another music box though? It's such a long hallway. I feel like. Oh, it's blue.
Dude,
It's
every
super
time
close
I
by.
stop-
Oh, now it's
what's
yellow.
that one? Oh.
Green again. All right, that keeps going off.
You are, stand in front of the antenna.
You know what? I kind of want to put my REM pod there.
Do it. Put it next to it.
Because I never had mine go off ever. If both go off, then that's pretty legit.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Whoa.
Right, shh.
I think my batteries are just all draining out of my stuff.
That's what I'm
Wait,
thinking.
could that be because of the spirits?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah.
Well, what's happened to your music box?
I mean, yeah.
And it's on.
We change our batteries.
Yeah, every video.
Every single video. So
Before we start investigation, every day I change my batteries. This is the first time all my devices.
Yo!
Look,
wait,
switched
Dan,
on.
what the? Yours
Watch,
is not working
watch.
anymore either? No way.
Now it's turning on.
Yeah, but I think they're draining our batteries as we speak.
Is yours low battery too?
I don't know, but it wasn't
It's
working.
not working.
They're messing with all of our.
Strange.
Oh no, it's taking its energy, dude. It's gone. Like it zapped my equipment. Personally, took both of them out in one go.
Yeah, I think it's a
You can't even
battery.
fake that, dude.
still trying to put my glove on, man.
I know this is done. This is done. I can't. My stuff's gone.
Is there a female spirit in here?
Are you draining the energy from our equipment so you can communicate with us?
Playing back. All right. I mean, my batteries are drained now. I have nothing, so this is it for me.
Yes.
I do.
Female spirit here. Are you draining the energy from our equipment so you can communicate with us?
Yes, I am.
Sounds like yes, I am. Sounds like it. And it comes right back to the draining the equipment part. And it said I do clear as day
Yeah.
to that answer. And now my equipment's gone.
Credible evidence, we
Yeah.
need time in there. And if we've got an hour left, a full hour in the basement.
That's where the hellhound is. That's where the possessions happen and everything.
Elemental,
Yeah,
that's
the
where
elemental.
demon worship has taken place. Them symbols on the door that he had in his grimoire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That no one even knew, they just thought it was scribbles. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, wait a minute. He ran off and grabbed his grimoire.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a lot of energy down there, especially what Ben did.
Yeah.
So I say we go down. All right, EVP session. Didn't really sound that accurate. You know, I always look for those clear messages, and the only things I would trust is a clear message reply back. We're going night vision right now, heading down to the basement floor where all the ghosts don't want us to go. It's freezing.
Yeah, I think it was
coldest
us.
part of the building is in here. Well, he said that whatever was here was locked where we're walking right now.
Yeah, back here.
No, it said he...
Holy
You see that?
Yeah, the lock's moving.
Hold on.
The lock is moving by itself. What the
I didn't even catch that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's still moving. It's still moving. I'm using the IR. That's pretty cool.
Oh, is it still moving?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really moving because I had my light on. I could see the flicker, the reflection.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a demon in here. Should we go? Okay.
Yeah, let's go in.
So what we're gonna have to do now is drop some gear and just really figure this out.
All right, so we got equipment here. REM pod right there.
We're in the lion's den now.
We are.
Alright. Maybe we should ask something to start. It's because obviously someone's, been trapped here.
We heard you're an elemental. If you want to communicate with us, can you do it in a way that you know? Can you knock, make sounds, anything really?
That was a howl.
That was something.
I thought it was laughter.
Yeah, I heard that.
Could have been bad. Maybe.
Could have been.
That's something.
What did you hear?
Howling.
Right, I'm gonna try something, but I'm a bit worried. Are you ready?
Okay. What do you got?
You sure you're ready?
Barely.
Get it. Okay, if you're there, repeat after me.
That was a pretty nice howl. I'll give you that.
That wasn't even 100%.
Let's all do it.
Yo, let's do a whole wow.
You guys are probably looking at us like, man, you guys are idiots.
Yeah, it goes probably left.
He's like, man, I'm definitely not talking to you guys now.
Unless he's not in this room.
Can you?
Get the fuck out. Did you hear that? There was a full-on whisper.
Yeah.
What is it?
Somebody
Right
was
behind.
in this room just whispering.
It sounded like from behind us.
I didn't hear it from behind. I didn't even hear it.
If that's you whispering, speak up. We want to speak to you out loud.
My back feels heavy.
Yeah, mine does.
I'm carrying like a backpack. But I'm not.
My back's starting to hurt.
Yeah, my back is hurting.
My back hurts a lot.
Should I just do a quick EVP?
Yeah.
Are you trapped here? Are you draining our energy?
Do you need our help getting out of here?
Are you a demon? Let's hear this. Very cool.
Footsteps out in the hallway.
So, yeah.
I'm getting dizzy.
Hang on.
Are you trapped here? Are you draining our energy?
Oh my god!
Are you a demon?
Did you hear no clear as day? Are you draining your energy? He said no.
It sure feels like it.
Watch.
Are you trapped here?
Okay, that was fucking weird.
Watch this.
Are you draining our energy? No. Are you a demon?
I don't know what the last one said, but
It's not the clearest voices we've gotten.
yeah, we haven't met her, but the no was like, no. Messing with
I'm
you.
feeling something weird on my back too.
Yeah.
Like something heavy on it.
Yeah.
It's the same feeling, but it feels like it's being pulled with inside.
Yeah.
It's like he's not talking or doing much, but he's like messing with y'all.
Yeah, my back is absolute agony.
The thing is, an elemental doesn't really communicate. It
That
doesn't-
makes sense.
It doesn't like talk back. My back is feeling weird, and I'm feeling like a little bit nauseous too.
It's like I'm not even scared or anything like that, but I'm in serious pain.
Yeah, like I'm just in pain and I'm uncomfortable. This is just annoying.
Yeah, no, I get it. Let's walk out of here. Let's see what's popping.
Wait, guys, what if we close this door and see if it shakes again?
Oh my god, actually, that's a good idea.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Let's see. Oh,
what?
Cat ball.
Oh!
Where? Right in the corner of my eye, I just saw it.
Good eye, dude.
As soon as you said close the door, bro.
Let's close the door then. Yeah, I'm super curious to like find out what was like shaking the door before.
Right there's good. We shut the door now.
If you want us to leave, move the door. Yo.
Are you good?
What?
I just lost my balance.
Yeah, I saw you do that like sidestep. Are you good?
Is that feeling what? Vertigo, I think? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Like a slight vertigo.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna chill right here.
If you need to sit down, go and sit down, dude.
I'll just.
There's no pressure to stay here either. If we need to stop, we can stop.
I'll just leave. I feel like we can get something. Oh. How was it moving before? Unless, what Ben was doing it was legit.
Dude, whatever he was chanting or doing is when originally he made the whole door like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole floor was vibrating, the door was vibrating. I don't know how he even did that.
I need to crack my back right now. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna abandon you guys just to go upstairs.
I feel drained, honestly. Maybe that's
You
it.
look drained.
Just drained.
You're usually never drained, to be fair.
Yeah,
You haven't even been drained on this trip once. So that's the first time I'm seeing you like
I've been
that.
on the road for how many days, feeling nothing but goals, being affected by them constantly.
That's
It's
true.
gonna take its toll on us.
Alright, everyone. Currently using Josh's night vision camera. Ran out of memory space, which is kind of weird because I only recorded like 4 or 5 minute clips. It shouldn't be full at all. Just having problems with it. But I think we're done here. Didn't really catch anything. The elemental spirit, what Dan said, it could just be suppressed by what Ben did over here. Maybe the spirits are weakened, who knows? But all in all, I think we had a good run tonight. We're gonna start heading upstairs. I mean, I'm feeling really nauseous for some reason, like a vertigo feeling. My energy is drained. Same with Seth and Dan, they're feeling something. I'll see you guys at base. Alright everyone, well, we're packing up. What a night.
My name's Chris Howley, and I'm the resident paranormal investigator at Woodchester Mansion. I've been based here since 2003. To explain the history of this place, we need to go back to the 1400s when Woodchester Park was basically Crown-owned land and used as a hunting park. It was granted to the Huntley family in the 1500s from the Crown, who built a hunting lodge, and the park at that time would have entertained royalty, anybody with money, and they would have hunted the deer and all the game that roamed the valleys. The Huntley family sold the park to the then Lord Mayor of London, Sir Robert Ducey, in the early 1700s, and by 1724 the Georgian manor house stood on the same site as Woodchester Mansion. Sir Robert Ducey, after his death, the estate passed to his son, but he decided that he didn't want to live down here and sold Woodchester Park and the Georgian Mansion to a wealthy Liverpudlian, William Lee. His wealth had come from his shipbuilding family from Liverpool, and they'd moved to the area in the Cotswolds in the Strade Valley and bought Woodchester Park and the Georgian Manor House. He didn't like the Georgian design of the building, so he enlisted the help of the French architect Pugin, and he came up with the Gothic style plans, that is Woodchester Mansion as we see today. Building work started in 1850, and Woodchester Mansion came to its unfinished state around 1870,
20 years later. Now, during this time, the Lee family had bought and were living in Scar Cottage on the opposite side of the valley to where Woodchester Mansion sits. That property had been extended 16 times, so we know that Scar Cottage was the Lee family home. So the mystery we have is, what was Woodchester Mansion going to be used for? We know the Lee family were devout Catholics, so you could say with its Gothic style and its huge private chapel, it could have been used as a place for private Catholic worship. That sort of goes against the grain when you realise that William Lee had already built the Catholic church in the local village of Woodchester itself. So they already had their own place of worship, and in fact the family today, they rest in peace in the tomb, the crypt under the main altar in that church. I think they already had their place of worship. I personally feel that this building would have been used as a Masonic lodge. Now, we know William Lee was quite high up in the Freemasons. It was a secret society back then, and it's interesting to note that Woodchester Mansion does have a secret access to the rear of the building, and that's a tunnel that extends through the woods and would have come out of the Dominican Friary in the village of Woodchester. So we've got secret access for what would have been a secret society. So my own personal thoughts is William Lee would have used this as a grand lodge to entertain Freemason meetings. William Lee died in 1873. His family didn't really share the passion that William himself had for this building and whatever its intention was. However, they didn't do anything for quite a few years until 1893. Cardinal Vaughan, the Archbishop of Westminster, was coming to Gloucestershire, and the Lee family invited them to Woodchester Mansion. William Lee's son moved in, and the final building work that was done was the completion of this very room I'm stood in now, the drawing room. And it was primarily built and finished just as one room for the visit of Cardinal Vaughan, the Archbishop of Westminster. The Lee family, after that, they looked at selling the park as a whole. They looked at demolishing the mansion, they looked at finishing the mansion, but in the end, in the early 1900s, the park was sold off to Barnwood Trust, and the intention there was that it was going to be turned into a mental asylum. We had the outbreak of World War I, and plans were shelved with that, and then with the reformation of the National Health Service, the mental health, the asylum wasn't needed, and so the next known use of the building that we've got is as a training area for American and Canadian troops for the preparation of exercises for D-Day during World War II. We do know of an accident that had happened down on the lakes within Woodchester Park, where a pontoon bridge collapsed, killing several of the troops, and it is rumoured that their bodies were stored in the mortuary within the building of Woodchester Mansion. After the war ended, the American and Canadians went back home, and we had the Royal Engineers stationed down here for several months, clearing the valley of any unspent ammunitions that we used during the training exercises. And after that, the mansion was left as an unfinished, empty building, which local farmers sometimes used to store livestock in. It wasn't until the 1950s, late 1950s, around 1958, when the mansion was discovered by a local naturalist, Reg Kelly. He discovered a rare species of bat flying around Woodchester Mansion. This is the lesser horseshoe. Not only that, we've got the greater horseshoe, brown bat, and the pipstrel in residence down here. But the lesser short horseshoe is a protected species, and Reg actually set up a protection program for the bats. He actually did some remedial work to the house to shore up some of the leaks in order to look after the species of bat that we've got down here. Strait District Council had stepped in at this stage and bought Woodchester Mansion, but being a building in such disrepair and in need of an awful lot of money, it was decided that a trust was to be set up to not to finish the mansion, but to keep it in a safe place and to generate funds just to keep it open as a museum piece to Victorian stonemasonry. The building, if you ever come down, you'll see is a fantastic museum piece showing how intricate the stonemasons back in Victorian times could carve stone by hand and build this this magnificent building. We've got several rooms throughout the house. We're in the drawing room now. The rooms opposite are the dining room and library, and those two rooms really show the unfinished state of the building. You can actually look up to the roof and see the hanging fireplaces 2 stories above you, as this would have been a 3-story building. However, the floors were never put in. The mansion has a great reputation of being one of the most haunted buildings in the United Kingdom because of a lot of the folklore that was put out back in Victorian times. There was a story put out about a headless horse that roamed outside the building. I think this was used just to keep locals away from this building project, as there were quite a lot of tools left around during the 20-year build. So with the folklore and the building ending up abandoned, with already a ghost story that had been doing the rounds, it did become a hotbed for paranormal enthusiasts. They did discover that perhaps, yes, this building is haunted. I've been investigating this building myself since 2003 as a skeptic, and I myself, within these walls of the building, have seen 5 full-blown apparitions. I've experienced stones being thrown in corridors, heard footsteps running up empty corridors, even caught voices on digital recorders that weren't there. As a skeptic, I don't have any explanation for a lot of the things that go on down here. Still carrying it on a weekly basis, visiting this magnificent paranormal hotbed. This is Woodchester Mansion.